No, I haven't. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, and welcome to the live solo playthrough of Maracaibo. If you can hear me and see me, please let me know in the chat. I'm actually broadcasting this today on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. And when I go to the next screen, you'll see that I've got a little widget installed for each chat. So hopefully I'll be able to see both of the chats. Now, I have to apologise. My plan today was to finish work at 3 o'clock. I'm editing the Kanban rulebook at the moment, working with Vital the Serder on that. Plan to finish at 3 o'clock and then basically start setting this up and get ready. However, that rulebook work overran. I then lost some of the components for this game, so I'm not ready. Thankfully, this is not a sponsored video, okay? This is one that I am doing just for fun, funded purely through my Patreon campaign. If this was a sponsored video, I would expect the publisher to be asking for their money back because I am not prepared for it. So apologies for that. I'm going to get that out of the way straight away. Now, let's switch over to the multi-camera setup and see if the chat's working. So, all clear, Paul, on that chat. The Facebook chat is not working. Right, so if you're watching this on Facebook and you are sending messages, well, I'll tell you what, it might be working. Here we go. Chris is here. Now, I've been wearing my glasses all day, which means I can't see anything. Chris Hallett is here. So we have YouTube chat at the top, which I'm going to make a little bit smaller. And then we have the Facebook chat, which is working as well. So there you go. If you're watching this on YouTube or you're watching this on Facebook, there you go. You can basically talk to me. It just means I've got to monitor both chats at the same time. So YouTube chat, settings, text. Where's the font size? Font size is here somewhere. Sure it was here. Layout. Effects. Yeah, apologies for this. I thought it was there. I was pretty sure it was there, but it doesn't seem to be there now. Anyway, right. I'm going to have one last little look for it, and then I'm going to give up, and I'm just going to accept it as it is. Oh, I'll tell you what. I'm editing the text window that says YouTube chat, so of course that's not going to work. Right, here we go. Font size, drop it down a little bit. There we go. Right, and we're all good. So, yeah, Chris is saying good afternoon, watching on Facebook and all is good. Matt's here, DeBoomer's here, and SoulDiver66 is here. Nilsson's here as well. Thank you very much for joining in. So, as I say, apologies. I haven't got as prepared as I want to be. So, basically, you're going to watch me setting up the solo game. And I need a bit of a refresher on the rules because it's been a while since I've played this and I can't actually remember how to play. So, yes, we will work it out as we go along. And I'm going to zoom in a bit so you don't see all the crap off camera. And hopefully, is that straight? Yeah, that's straightish. So basically what I've read is the solo game. Oh, we're actually going to play the campaign today. So we're going to play scenario 1 of the campaign, or chapter 1 of the campaign. Don't worry about any spoilers, he says. I don't really think this is one of those games where there's a story as such. So you're not going to basically lose out on anything. I just wanted to play scenario 1 to see how it was different. Let's just move that down. Aaron's here as well. There we go. So YouTube chat is at the top. Oh, David Turtsy's here as well. Even he's here. Fantastic. Now, interestingly enough, I think the Facebook chat is doing bottom to top in order and the YouTube chat is doing top to bottom. That's going to be confusing. Right, solo variant. We set up for a 2-player game with the following changes. We select a colour for Jean. So I'm going to play blue. I'm going to take all of these markers here. It is slowly coming back to me how little I remember about how to play this game. Because you might think that's crazy, and I'm normally good at remembering rules, but I've been learning so many new games in the last couple of weeks. And when I'm working on a rule book, I get myself fully immersed in it, and I dedicate all of my brain power to it. So I can tell you how to play Kanban right now. But yes, so this week's going to be good because I'm doing a lot of playthrough this week. Right, let's get these out of the way. Hopefully they're off camera. Yeah, there we go. Right, so I'm going to be blue. Jean's going to be green. She has her ship and explorer, but no figures. Right, excellent. So we can get rid of those. So the explorer goes over here on the explorer track. I remember that much. And that is the bit that we got wrong last time we played because Andy got to the end of the explorer track and apparently you're supposed to get a village bonus when you do that, which is there, and he didn't. Yeah, we'd forgotten that rule. So ship starts off in Havana, as does mine. She does not collect doubloons or combat points. She does not receive any project cards at the start of the game. Place Jean's victory point marker on space 0 of the victory point track. And I guess mine... Oh, that's the shield, isn't it? Yeah, and mine is as well. And her 3 influence markers on space 0 of each influence track. So, let's see if I remember this. This is the one that gets you points at the end of each round. This is the one that gets you money at the end of each round. And there's another influence track as well. Oh no, these are the influence tracks. What goes on there? That's these cubes, isn't it? So we need 1 cube on there, 1 cube on there. Where does the 3rd cube go? Can't remember. Right, that'll come back to me. Maybe one of them is spare. And Jean needs 1 there, 1 there. And yeah, don't know where the other one is. If you can remember where the 3rd cube goes, please let me know. Is this still in the running for Game of the Year? Well, it is still in the running for Game of the Year, but having played this once and having played Cooper Island once, Cooper Island is now my favourite game of the year. I preferred it to this. That's not to say this isn't a very good game. I mean, I love this game. I've only played it the once. Scott's here as well, and Graham's here. Hello. 3rd cube goes on your ship. Okay, thank you. Just to remind you what colour you are, I guess. So yeah, I mean, I want to play this 3 or 4 times. Then I want to play Cooper Island 3 or 4 times. And there's a copy of Crystal Palace arriving as well from Furlandspieler. And I need to play that as well. I think though it's going to be within those 3. Definitely which are my top games for the year. Right, so Jean uses that board. And we also have the 15 Automa tiles. Automa cards, which I've not used. I assume I shuffled them. So I'm going to put them here. I'm probably going to be able to zoom in a little bit more, actually. But we will see. And that, yeah, we start with discs all over there. That's the one fiddly part of this game, is these two discs here. Very fiddly. I'm not sure how else they could have done it. Maybe bigger discs, but that would have taken up more space. So we'll see. Sort the Automa cards according to the letters. Oh, brilliant. So you're not supposed to shuffle them. Rick's here as well. Thank you very much, Rick. 3rd cube on the combat track. Oh yeah, this. Don't you start with 1? I think you start with 1. I'll get back to that in a minute. Right, I'm supposed to have sorted these out into A's, B's and C's. So we'll do that now. And then, depending on the difficulty setting, now I don't want to play on very easy. I'm not going to ask you, because you're going to probably say that I should play on very hard. So I'm going to play on easy, because I don't actually remember how to play. So easy is 5 cards from the A deck and 1 from the C deck. Now I think there is only 5 cards in the A deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So I'm basically going to pick 1 random card from the C deck. And then those can go out of the way. Not Marvel Champions for Game of the Year. Marvel Champions is fantastic. And I love it. But when I'm picking my Game of the Year, I'm probably going to be tempted to go with a medium to heavy Euro game, because that's more my thing. Although Marvel Champions is, as you know, absolutely fantastic. And I can't get enough of it. Yeah, in its own category, Marvel Champions is my game of the year, in a slightly different category. As a non-Euro game, there you go. So 2 categories, 2 game of the years for me, Euro game and other. Place the shuffle deck next to you face down. This is the Automa pile. Return any leftover cards to the box. Right, okay, let's go through the rest of my setup and just make sure I've got this correct. So we've done that. Discs on the board, we've done that. We've decided that we are going to play the campaign. Wooden components. A victory point marker goes on the 0 space. Victory ship on Havana. Explorer over there. Influence markers. Ship's combat board track. Yeah, it goes on space 1. One of their markers onto space 8 of the doubloon track. Oh yeah, that's the first space. So you start with a minimum income of 8. The start player is the one who is currently on board a ship. Give that player 8 doubloons. I assume that I am the start player, and therefore I get 8 doubloons. There we go. Will this be available to play at GridCon? Yes, this will definitely be available. There will be multiple copies of this available at GridCon to play. Cooper Island, I think there'll be, well, at least 1, maybe 2. But Maracaibo, there'll definitely be 2, 3. Right, okay, so do you want to play the campaign? Yes. we're going to play the campaign. So with the campaign, Chapter 1, a mysterious plague has broken out in Portobello. Looters in the city take advantage of the emergency. Gloria, the sister of your first officer, lives here. She needs your protection. Story 15, Quest 16, 1 to 4, and 19, 4. Now, this is one of the things that people have said is a bit confusing in the game, is what this actually means. So I know where it says Quest 16, that means I take a random quest and put it next to space 16, which is here. So there's a quest in Bluefields. But Story 15, I'm not sure what that means. It says search for story card 75 in the pile and place it onto the corresponding space 15 of the game board. No, that's if you're not playing the campaign. Place story card 1 onto the corresponding space 15 of the game board. Oh, right, it goes on space 15 of the game board. Hang on. So where's space 15? Is that here? Oh, Portobello. So the story card goes on space... Well, it doesn't really fit. Okay. Looks like those tableaus could use indented slots for all the pieces. Yeah, I mean, if they were indented slots next to each other, because you don't get the ability until you've taken off both counters. So I can understand why they're stacked vertically. It's just very fiddly and they're very small. So this card is supposed to go on location 15, but it kind of doesn't fit. Unless I've missed something, that is supposed to go there, because Portobello is here. So there's a mysterious plague broken out in Portobello. And if we were playing a 4-player game, we would also put another quest here in Camargo. The bit at the bottom, I can't remember what that means. We'll get to that. Draw quest tiles from the pile and place them face up next to the indicated locations. Yes, right, okay, we've done that. Next. Give each player 2 figures in their colour. Oh, so you only get 2. I'm going to put the rest over here for now. 2 career cards and an overview card. Right, so these are the career cards. You're supposed to get 2. The card goes on the top and you use a quest token. Okay, so the card goes there. And what, you just use a quest token? One of these and put it here to say that that's the story? Is that what you're supposed to do? Okay, Graham's in the YouTube chat as well as the Facebook chat. Excellent. Assuming it's the same Graham. Could be another Graham Charlton. One watching on Facebook, one watching on YouTube. Yeah, so I'll go with that and I'll put this counter here, but I don't know where it says that in the rulebook, unless I've missed it. Right, so we get 2 career cards and I'm supposed to choose one of them at the start of the game. But before I do that, I get my 8 A cards and I keep 4 of them in hand, add 1 of them to above my player board, and then I throw 3 away. And then once I've done that, I choose my career card. So I'm going to do this on camera because the quest token is flipped up. Is it? Okay, so there's a quest there as well as that. Where does it say that in the rulebook? Place story card 1 onto the corresponding space 15 of the game board. Oh, right, I see. 15 on the setup image. Right, okay. And follow its instructions. Place story tile 1 next to the indicated location. Right, no, it's not that. That's a quest token. It's a story tile. Where is story tile? Oh, I think I know the ones. Yep, right, got it. It's these. So these are, yeah, so we have story tiles. I'd forgotten about that. Right, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Right. So it's not just any old quest token, it's a special quest token. So that one goes there. These all go back in here. Could do with a bag for these. Although they are supposed to be stacked on the board, aren't they? See, I told you it'd come back to me. So they go there. Yeah, so these quest tokens, they're supposed to go in a big stack face up. I think they're supposed to go there. There we go. How's that? YouTube video is slightly ahead of the Facebook video. Okay, that's interesting. New board order is here as well. Excellent. Thank you for joining in. Yeah, so that's this bit. That is set up step 3. Shuffle the quest tiles and place them in a face-up pile in the corresponding order. Make sure they're oriented correctly with the planks at the top. The 3 quest tiles and place them on the spaces. For the explorer track. Yes, we need 3 of those, and they need to go. 1 goes there, 1 goes there, 1 goes there. Right, and that is at 16. 4 story tiles and place them there. In a 2-player game, cover the city of Maracaibo on the board with the Maracaibo city tile, which is Maracaibo. So that goes there. It's slightly different. Now I need to sort these out. So these are city tiles based on the number of players. 1 to 4, 1 to 4, 1 to 4, 1 to 4. So I don't use that one and I don't use that one. Right, so they're the city tiles that I'm using. And I think I basically put 1 in each of these places. There we go. I think that's that. Right. Shuffle the prestige buildings and place 4 of them along the top of the game board. Yep. A face-up card on space 1 and 3 face-down cards. Ah, right. So that's going to be up there. Is that going to be on camera? I'm going to have to put these down. So that's kind of shuffled. Yeah. So if you can see them or not, I might have to move this down a little bit more. There we go. Right. That's the prestige buildings. Right. So, as I was saying, I'm going to choose my starting hand of cards and I'm going to zoom in a bit just so you can help me decide what I'm going to take. So, my choice of career cards are Glory and Honor. And my 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, my 8 starting cards are these ones. So, for those people who've played it before, give me a bit of a hint as to what I should be looking for, as to which cards I should be taking. Let's just have a look. So the glory path is basically doing a bit of combat, getting influence and doing quests. Okay, whereas the honor track is quests, influence in 2 nations and the explorer track. So if I have lots of cards that are good for the explorer track, I probably want to take honor. Whereas if I've got cards that are good at combat, I probably want to take glory. Right, let's see what we've got. So we have the sailor. Now the green abilities increase your income. I remember that. The red abilities are for combat. I think that's what it says. Said that somewhere. What are the blue abilities? You need 1 location that is always in play. Okay. Right, so green effects, income effects, red ones or pink ones are permanent effects and additional actions. Brown ones are immediate and blue ones are assistant actions. That was it, assistance. So, let's have a look. What would you take? Yeah. Cheap cards first because money is really tight. Yeah, I remember that. Because the first time I played it, I put a super expensive card above my player board and never actually did anything with it. And assuming I'm the start player, then I do only start with 8 money. Yeah, I'd forgotten that money was really tight. Thank you for that. So a card which I can play is the Master Builder, which makes all my future cards 1 discount, which is what I got last time I played. So we could take that into hand. Now these ones here that depict a worker, that means you have to actually spend a worker to play the card, don't you? Yeah, it's quite hard to see. I know a few people who've played it had forgotten to do that. So if we're going with the Master Builder, now Quest Hunter, what does the Quest Hunter do? That gives me a compass. That means any time that I need a compass, right, none of these do. If these did, that would have been useful. But the compasses do other things as well. I think that's triggered on cards, isn't it? Yeah, because you start off with 1 compass here. Remind me what the compasses do. Matt saying your copy is on the way. You don't even have any good puns for me yet. Oh, that's very disappointing. No Maracaibo related puns. Very disappointed. Right, well, if we're going to go with compasses, I can't remember exactly what compasses do. I know the more of them that you've got, the better. But I can't remember what they do. Compasses. And there's no index, because Euro games don't generally have indexes, whatever. Yeah, right. Where was the compass described? I can't remember. So I'm going to take the Master Builder, because that's going to make all my future cards cheaper. I'm going to take Michiel de Gramont, which is exactly how you pronounce his name. If you think I've got it wrong, then no, I've got it exactly right. The Quest Hunter, because he sounds cool. And we could just take one of the sailors. So this is dropping an Explorer off on position 9. Oh, and that's the Explorer movement. Yeah, so I'm totally taking that one as well. So they're the 4 that I'm going to take in my hand. The one that I'm going to keep for later on, I'm going to take one of these harbours. So that's the card that I'm going to take later on. And then these go to the discard pile. Now, I'm not sure where the discard pile is supposed to go. It might go up there, but I'm going to put it here. There you go. So these are the cards in my hand. I will play these here. So I'll zoom out so you can see what I've got. So that's going to slide up there because I don't think we need that. These are the cards above my player board, and then the cards in my hand I'm going to put here so you can see them. Right, there we go. Now I need to choose one of these, and I'm going to choose the Honor Courier. I'm going to put that there for now. Get rid of the other one. And then one thing that I think is quite cool about this game is the main deck of cards are divided into A's and B's. So I have been basically dealt 8 cards from the A deck. Then what you do is you take the rest of the A deck, the B deck, which is slightly lighter coloured rope. Carl's here from N20 Games. Hi, Carl. Thank you very much. You only use 40 of these. So these are the standard cards. You always use them in every game. But then what you do is you deal out 40 of these cards, and that becomes, you add them in, and that becomes your deck. Can't do 2 things at once. Can't talk and count. What was that? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, okay. So these get shuffled in. Didn't see that. Into there, and then that makes the deck for the game. And then these just get completely removed. We don't need them at all. So yeah, we have a big deck of cards. I haven't sleeved these yet. I probably should. I'm not sure. I mean, they're not going to get shuffled that much. But yeah, they're getting shuffled a bit now. Right, okay, so this is the deck. I've chosen my cards. And now we remember how to play, he says. Right, that can go there, that can go over there, that can go over there. Don't know what this is. It's a C card. That can go over there. Did I miss one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I think that's right. So we got that, we got that, we got that. I think we are almost ready to go. So let's just check that I am the start player. I think I am. You are the start player, after which Jean and you take turns. On Jean's turn, draw a card from the ottoman pile, follow the instructions on it, forming a discard pile where you place cards once you've performed all the actions on them. Does various stuff. If the ottoman pile ever runs out, shuffle it and draw a new one. And during income, Jean scores victory points equal to the highest valued empty space on the ottoman board, plus 1 victory point per card next to the board. Okay, so she's going to unlock these spaces, That's going to score her points in income because it's green. But also it says 1 point per card next to the board. Gene and legacy tiles. Right, well, we don't have any legacy tiles on. They will come in later on in the game. But a quick question for those people in the chat. What does this do? What does this stuff here do down at the bottom of the story card? I can't quite remember. If we were not playing with the story card, we would be using card number 75, which doesn't have anything printed at the bottom. So yeah, I'm not sure what that stuff means printed at the bottom of the story card. If somebody in the chat could let me know, that would be great. Right, so refresher, how you play the game. Because as I say, I can't quite remember. We do have a player aid, which I'm hoping has everything on. So we have 3 phases or 3 steps, 4 rounds. On your turn, first thing you do is sail. You can sail 1 to 7 spaces. You have to sail at least 1. And I know that you can't move beyond one of these red hand spaces. So if you move onto there, you have to stop. I remember that bit. Then you've got your main action, which is if you've gone to a city, you can do the city thing, which is drop off a good optionally and then get the bonus. You get the bonus even whether you drop a good off or not. If you go to a village, you get village actions based on how far you've moved. So if you only moved 1 space, you get 1 village action. 4 spaces, you get 2 village actions. 7 spaces, you get 3 village actions. And each village action can be buy a card, get a money, or recycle the cards in your hand. Or you can fulfill a quest, which are these tiles here. Or you can use an assistant once you've got an assistant. And then C is redraw cards from the display -1. Oh, there's a card display. Yes, I'd forgotten there's a card display, isn't there? So we need a card display. Now I'm going to put this, if I shuffle everything along a little bit. There we go. Why is it not straight? Just looks at a wonky angle. What's my cards there? Yeah, so we can have a display here of 4 cards. That goes there, and then the discards are going over there. I'm going to have to zoom out because the cards at the top are not visible now. No, not quite. There. In fact, that's wrong, isn't it? Yeah, that's wrong. It's 3 face down and 1 face up. And I don't think you use the others. Yeah, I think that's right. Matt says Crystal Palace is arriving today. Excellent. Yeah, I'm hoping mine arrives soon. I need to chase Frank because he said he was going to send one of the X demo copies from Essen Spiel. So yeah, so I think I've got that right up there, and I think I've got this right. So yeah, so phase C, draw cards back up to your hand limit. And you can draw cards from the draw pile, but each one of these you want to take will cost you 1 doubloon, and your hand size starts off at 4 until you've unlocked that special ability there. Right, okay. Mr. Fister is here. Hello, you can only stay about an hour. Excellent, which might be just enough time for me to remember how to play, because unfortunately, as I was saying at the start, I've got so many other rules of games in my head at the moment. I have unfortunately forgotten mostly how to play, but it is coming back to me slowly, he says. We are now on the first turn. I'm going first, and I can basically move 1 to 6 spaces. I think we've set up the board correctly, and I need to have a look at what cards I've got in my hand, because if I want to go to Santiago, the advantage of going to Santiago is that I can basically drop off because I have these goods. Oh, and I've got there as well. And then I can basically get these discs off my player board, which improves all of my stuff. So I might just do that. I might just have a nice slow start. The problem is, by discarding one of these cards, I kind of had a thought about these, didn't I? In fact, Michael de Gramont needs France to own 3 locations to play it. So let's get rid of him. So my turn, I am going to choose to move 1 space. Remember, you can move 1 to 7. So the pace of the game is kind of up to you. Just checking the city tile setup, part 5 of page 2. Just check the city tile setup, part 5 of page 2. Yeah, cover the Maracaibo board with the Maracaibo city. Look for the remaining city tiles. Yeah, did that. And then put them in Puerto Plato, Santo Domingo, Port Royal and Cartagena. Yep, I did that. The city setup is the one thing that I did get right. I have removed the tiles that shouldn't be in the game for 2 players. I've put the 2-player tile over that and then shuffled the rest of them, put them out. So I'm moving to Santiago. Now, when you move to a city, you can deliver a good optionally, which I am going to, but to deliver a good, you must discard a card from your hand with the matching good symbol on it, which is shown on the left-hand side. So I'm going to discard this one from my hand to deliver to here. Now, which one should I unlock? Because a lot of people say that one is really good to get you increased hand size. But who knows? I'm going to unlock... Can I unlock this one? I think I can unlock that one. Let's unlock that one. Again, I'm not an expert at the game, so I don't really know what I'm doing. I'll probably make some wrong tactical decisions, but I want you to point out if I make any rules mistakes during it. And yeah, if I do make any rules mistakes, obviously I'll try and correct them if people put it in the chat. But I'd also recommend turning on the Klingon subtitles for anybody who watches this afterwards. If somebody finds out anything that I did wrong after this has gone out, put the Klingon subtitles on. If no Klingon subtitles appear, it means there's nothing to say. But if there are Klingon subtitles, I will add them in. Anyway, I'm going to drop off a good there, which was optional, but now I get to do this. So this is get an extra worker. So I'm going to take an extra worker because they're always useful. And then I get to do one village action, which is either buy a card, take a money, or discard all cards in hand. So I could, if I wanted to, now buy the Master Builder, which I think I'm going to do because that reduces the cost of all my future cards. So that cost me 6. Now, where'd you put cards that you've bought? Because if you put them below your player board, which I think you do, free actions. Take one of your cards and add it to the planning area. Okay, so you can add cards to the planning area for free. Yeah, I think buying a card, I think you put it below your player board, from what I remember. Where are the village actions described? Village actions. Place the card in your display next to your shipboard. Right, okay, well, there's no space next to my shipboard. So, cards in my hand are going to go down here, and cards that I have bought are going to go up here. So, yeah, we're okay with that, aren't we? I think we're okay with that. So, that's a card that I've bought. These cards are the ones in my hand. Right. Next. Oh, we have a celebration for the end of round 1. We'll get to that when we get there. Right. So I've done that. I've bought a card. That was my village action. And I think that is everything except I now redraw cards into my hand. Now I could, if there was one here that I really wanted, then I could take it. But, oh, that's interesting. It's a card that costs combat points to play. I'm just going to take 2 cards from the top of my deck. The top of the deck. Oh, another Master Builder. I assume they're cumulative. Right. Okay, so we're done. I think that is my first turn done. Nilsson says you put the cards to the side of each player board so you can stack them on each as you play them. Yeah, I would do that, except no room with this particular layout. Because otherwise, yeah, I'm going to be over there. So I think that's going to be okay for now. And the points on it are presumably points I get at the end of the game? Or do you get them during the game? I'm not sure. Maybe you get them at the end of the game. We'll do it at the end. Right, so now it is the Ottoman. Now I'm going to put the Ottoman cards... Yeah, no, the Ottoman cards are here. So they've been shuffled and we've got... Oh gosh. Lots of stuff on here. So the top bit is movement. And it's... Jeannie's going to move 1, and the arrow at the top means if there was a decision of whether she should go up or down, she goes up. But as it is, she's just moving 1 space. Right, the next icon means Solo mode, solo mode. Symbol summary. Here we go. Right, quest. Oh, the other thing as well that's very important about the AI player, Jean, she will only ever move to where there is a quest or a city action. So any blank spaces, she won't count them. She'll just skip over them completely. Yeah, ignore all villages without quests. These are not counted as spaces. Right. Ignores all villages. Yeah, right. So quest. If Jean's ship ends in a location with a quest. Well, it's not a quest, is it? Is that called a quest? Maybe it is. I thought these were quests. Okay, yeah. They are not quests. So if she ends this location in a quest, add the quest tile to the ottoman board. Doesn't need to pay anything. This also counts for story tiles that are treated like quest tiles. Right, so she didn't do that. Next is city. If Jean's ship ends in a city, check if a market space in this city is still empty, which it is. If yes, take the leftmost disc from the row on the ottoman board and add it to the market. Right, there we go, nice and easy. That goes on there, that goes on there. If not, instead take the indicated project card from the display. So, okay, so if there wasn't space, she would take card number 3 from the display and then refill the display. After Jean has delivered a good or taken a card, she performs the actions indicated by the ottoman card. These actions do not depend on what city Jean's ship is in. You have to put workers on your goal card. Ah, all right, okay, yes. And I get these when I do them, is that right? Thank you. That's coming back to me now. There you go. Right. So, Jean is going to, if you can reach a quest, now is that me or is that, oh, hang on, 2 exploring points. 2 exploring points. So 1, 2, and she gets 2 points. Because you get the ability of where you land. I'm going to lie these down just so you can see them a bit clearer, although I've chosen green for Jean. You can't really see green against the green background so much. You must have 4 unlocked upgrades to take discs from the right side of your ship. Oh, right. So I can't take that one. So that's in the you must have 4. Right, okay. So I didn't take that one. Which one did I take then? Go on, let's take that one. Pop that on there. Yeah, taking that one. Right. It just seems so obvious to take the one that gives you an increased hand size that I want to do something different. Anyway, right. So we've done the 2 exploring points for Jean. Now, if you can reach a quest, move to this field and take it. Remaining steps are lost. Otherwise, take the shortest way. There is no reward for target, field and barriers. I have no idea what any of that means, I'm afraid. Yeah, no idea. So we've done that. Jean moves her explorer 2 spaces forward. If a quest tile is within a movement limit. Oh, is that? I see, that's modifying that. So if a quest tile is within her movement limit, she would move to it and stop. Okay. Otherwise, she always chooses the shortest path. She doesn't gain any rewards for crossing barriers. Ah, target fields and barriers. Right, it's using the word field rather than space, which is a common thing that you see in rulebooks that have been translated from German, is that they say field rather than space. Although I guess these could be fields, but I don't think they are. Right, otherwise take the shortest way. There is no reward for target, field and barriers. So target field presumably is that, so she doesn't get the 2 points. Yeah, no message in the chat to tell me. So yeah, does Jean get the 2 points? I mean, it sort of indicates there is no reward for target, field and barrier. Jean doesn't gain any rewards for crossing barriers or reaching the end of the explorer track. However, she does reduce your explorer bonuses. Okay, so I'm not completely sure whether she should get the 2 points or not. I will find out when people tell me in the chat. Right, otherwise, that is Jean's first turn. So, let's have a drink. And let's go. So where am I going to go next? I have my Master Builder, so all of my future cards cost one less. I could play another Master Builder. And that means all of my cards would be 2 cheaper, but I don't have enough money. I need money. And that's what I need. Right, so I could go here and drop off some goods here, and then I could do some fighting. Yeah, let's do that. Let's totally do that. So I'm going to move 2. I'm going to go 1, 2. I'm going to arrive at Santo Domingo, and I am going to deliver some corn to Santo Domingo. And I am going to remove the other disc off there and put it on here. So I have now unlocked this ability, which I think means whenever I'm doing a village action, or a village action that I could do, is to increase my combat strength by 1, combat points by 1, and get a money. No answer in the chat about whether I should get 2 points or not for that. Or Jean should get 2 points. So I've done that, and now I do this. Right, now this is a big part of the game, and I can't remember how it works, but I think this is fighting. So let's go back and check the rules of all of the things that I can do. It is card effects, interim scoring, final scoring, city actions. Right. You gain 1 combat point and 1 influence with the nation of your choice. Ah, right. So it's not actually fighting. Jean does not get the 2 points. Thank you. So it's 1 combat point and influence with 1 thing of my choice. Now, it doesn't really matter at this stage. It really doesn't, because nothing is on the board. So I'm just going to get myself 1 influence with the English. White's the English, isn't it? I think the white's the English. Yeah, so there we go. I'll just get 1 influence with the English. Right, and that is the city action done. So then at the end of my turn, I refill my hand size. God, money is tight, isn't it? Garrett saying you really wish you could get into playing games solo. Yeah, that's another whole topic, because I'm not a solo gamer at all. I could talk about this for 10 minutes and I won't. But now that I can do the live streaming, that's why I'm doing the solo games. If it weren't for the live streaming and people watching, I probably wouldn't play solo games. Even though, oddly enough, I enjoy it when I play it. But there's something in my head that says, I'm not going to play a solo game. I'll do something else instead. But yeah, I could talk about that for ages as to why I don't play solo games, but I'm actually doing it right now. I'm just a bunch of irony. So anyway, what were we doing? We were drawing back up to my hand size. Is there anything here especially that I want? I think with money being that tight and not knowing the game, I think once you know the game, you will be looking for certain cards that help your strategy, and you will be grabbing them when you need to. But for me, whereas I don't really know what's happening. Oh, hang on a minute. Shouldn't have moved Jean back. She just doesn't get the 2 points. That's it. I'm tired. It's been a long day already. Right, okay. Jean is doing, right, warrior 2 underneath. I don't know why it says warrior. Interesting. Doesn't say. Right, there's no mention of the chat, so you're complicated, Paul. Yes, I know I am. I'm an enigma wrapped in a mystery, covered in chocolate Jaffa cakes. Anyway, what's she doing? Moving to choosing the bottom route if available. So here she's got a choice of going top or bottom, so she will go bottom because of that. There you go. It's just following me around. Must be the aftershave I'm wearing. Complete a quest if there is one. There isn't one. Oh no, hang on. She doesn't count spaces with villages. So skip that one and we go 1, 2. She ends up in San Juan, which again is empty. So she goes there, which is empty. There, 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 and there. Wow. Goes all the way to Maracaibo. I think that's right. Because she skips spaces that are empty. It says very important in the rule book, big exclamation points. So yeah, she skips that one, counts that as a space, but none of the other spaces have any quests on them. So she goes straight to Maracaibo. I think that's right. There you go. And thank you very much for the kind word, New Board Order. But I think she's gone straight to Maracaibo. Right. And at Maracaibo, if a good could be delivered, she does. That goes on there. And then, now we do the fighting. You've moved Jean's expedition figure back instead of the 2 points. Yes, I spotted that. We have a 20-second delay on YouTube, although it seems to be more today. But yeah, I've done that. I've moved that back and I've reset that. So I'm going to go with combat, and in 20 seconds' time, I might read that I shouldn't be doing that. But I think I've done the movement correct. So, what have we got now? Oh, city do the thing. Right, hang on. So if I'm reading this correctly, you do the action that's on the card. Yeah, no, it did say, thank you. It did say earlier on, irrespective of the city, you ignore what the city thing is, it's what's on the card. Now, thankfully, in this situation, if I had have jumped ahead and done the wrong thing, it would have been the right thing, because Jean is fighting. I think that's what she's doing. Where is that? That is, she performs a combat action. Follow these steps. Reveal a combat token. Okay, so we reveal a combat token. Determine the modified combat value for each nation. For each nation, first add Jean's noble rank with that nation to the combat value indicated by the combat token. Well, she has no noble rank with any of them. Then subtract your noble rank with that nation from the total. Noble ranks are the last red band you or Jean. Right, so I have one noble rank with England. So I'm subtracting that from the combat total. So it's 2, 3, and 3. I think that's right. If the combat token shows a requirement that modifies a nation's combat value, then apply it. See combat page 5. Jean ignores any costs or immediate bonuses. Okay, so she ignores the cost or immediate bonuses. This means if you choose something in third place, you get +3, but everything is in third place. So that doesn't apply. So it's 2, 3, and 3. In case of a tie, Jean chooses the nation with the highest combat value on the combat token, ignoring any modifications or bonuses. If there's still a tie, she preferentially chooses France, then Spain, and then finally England. So she's going to choose Spain. So earlier on, knowing those rules, I should have probably not picked England. Never mind. Jean now annexes the lowest numbered empty city without receiving the reward shown on the flag of this city. If there aren't any empty cities, she annexes the lowest numbered empty village instead. Right, well, we have the lowest numbered city is this one, city number 1, Santiago. So that is annexed with Spain. So I think that goes on there. Finally, Jean gains the rewards indicated by the ottoman card. Okay, yeah, put that there, put that there. Can see that. That's step 2. Step 3. For the ottoman card warrior, annex an additional empty village according to the rules above. That's why that's there. Right, so we go with the lowest numbered empty village, which is number 2, Petit Goave. There you go, check my pronunciations. Am I correct? We're talking about WoW, we're talking about solo games. Cool. The conversation's good. I just need to check that I'm not making any rules mistakes. Right, so we've done that. And then, finally, Jean gains the rewards indicated by the ottoman card, either 2 influence with the nation she fought with, or 3 influence with the nation she fought with and 2 victory points. So that's 3 influence with the nation she fought with and 2 victory points. So 2 victory points, 3 influence with Spain, 1, 2, 3. 3? Wow. Place the combat token on the ottoman board. Oh, this. Right, yeah. So that goes there. Done. Okay, this ottoman is quite nice. I like this. Seems to be working fine. once I get my head round the things. My go. Now, the problem is the round ends when any player reaches here. So Jean has zoomed ahead and I'm quite behind. So, and there's no villages here that with worth anything. I could go here and I could fight, but I can't deliver the good. How do I move my explorer? There. And there. Wow, there's not many places to move my explorer, is there? I need to get the pioneer out. There's no way I can get the pioneer out because I haven't got 7 money. How'd you get money? I need to do village actions. That's what I need to do. So I'm going to move, and if I move 7 spaces, which is the maximum, I get to do 3 village actions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could, and I could end up in Santa Maria. Let's do that. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I've moved 7 spaces. I end up in a village. So I get to do 3 village actions. Isn't Jean green? Yes, Jean is green. What have I done? Oh yeah, movement. Thank you. Right, so yes. I'm getting the colours mixed up already, aren't I? Right, Jean is green. How am I going to remember that? Because it rhymes. Jean, green. Paul, blue. Right, got it. So I'm moving 7, and I'm moving to Santa Marta, and I'm going to do 3 village actions. And I'm going to use all 3 village actions, I think. Oh, now, I'll tell you what. There's this thing about getting rid of cards in your hand. Yeah, surely Jean should be grey. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, one of the village actions is to basically ditch all of the cards in your hand. Well, keep 1, ditch all the rest of your cards, and get 2 money. Choose one of the cards in your hand or in your planning area and buy it. No, discard all of the cards in your hand, and if you discarded at least 1 card, take 2 blue. So you can't keep 1. You must discard all the cards in your hand, but if you had at least 1, you would get 2 doubloons. I'm just desperately trying to get money. Because what I could do is I could reserve these cards, but I kind of wanted to keep... No, I'm not going to. I'm just going to spend my 3 village actions using my newfound ability here, which is 1, 2, 3, and get 3 coins. There we go. Yeah, so that was it. That was my go done. And I don't refresh my hand size because my hand size is 4 and I have 4 cards. Right, over to Jean. Jean green. And we have 1 round the bottom. Sounds painful. So that goes there. And then, oh no, she doesn't count that space. So she goes here and she goes here. This is a city action. So she will deliver the salt there. And then what's she going to do? She's going to fight again. So we draw a combat token. And let's have a look. Right. First of all, if she chooses the one in the 3rd position, but that's between France and England. So she's going to add 2 to Spain. So Spain is worth 4. And England is worth 2. And France is worth 4. So I think I've done this right. France is worth 4 because that's what's printed on it. Spain is worth 2 plus 2 because of this. So they're tied both on 4. So she'll go with France. So what she does, we take a French cube. Le cube, and we put it on the lowest numbered city, which is Porto Plata. There. And then she gets 2 influence with that nation. 1, 2. There you go. I think that's right. There you go. And that goes. Right. My go. How are things looking? I don't feel like I've accomplished anything. I've played a master builder and that's it. That's all I've done. I mean, I do have this fighty points, which is good. I just need to do something with the fighty points. So this quest tile here, this story tile here, that's basically that. which is spend a combat point, get 5 money for every compass. I think that's what that is. I need to look this up. I think that is the quest, which is, yeah, looters take advantage of the emergency. Gloria, the sister of your first officer, lives here. She needs your protection, which is go there and protect her by spending combat points. I just need to make sure that I get all of the stuff that's printed on there. So I'm just going to look that up. The rulebook is actually really good for the full description of everything. Story card summary. Story card requirements. Each story shows the requirements on the left and the rewards on the right. So requirements is pay 1 combat point, which I can do. Reward, get 5 money. Receive the indicated bonus once for each compass you have. And take the story tile from the board and add it to the next empty space on the quest track of your shipboard. Right, so that's what I could do. That's what I could do. And I think I should totally do that. Now, how does Jean work with regards to combat? I don't think she's going to do that quest, is she? But I think I want to. Yeah, I think I want to. So I'm just going to move 2. I'm going to go 1, 2. And I'm going to complete this quest at Portobello. So I'm going to pay 1 combat point. Don't worry, Gloria. I'm going to come along and I'm going to help you out. Oh, and this gets me 5 money. Aha! Said I was in desperate need for money. So, and I get 1 point because I have 1 compass. Oh, if only I'd have played these other compasses beforehand. Now, I know somebody who played this and forgot that they start with 1 compass. I think it was the last time we played. Yeah, well, last time we played, somebody forgot that they had a compass on their board. And then I take this and I put it there. I have completed 1 quest. I'm going to write that in my little book. There you go. I think that's it. Oh no, I could start putting cards up here, which would allow me to draw more cards. But I don't think I want to. I think I'm happy with these, unless there's something I desperately want. And again, not fully knowing all of the different options that are available in the game. It's going to be tricky. So I don't think I'm going to do that. I think that's my go done. Yeah, right. Okay, over to Jean. We have 2 movement around the top, but she's already on this path here. So Portobello she skips because there's nothing to do there. That counts as 1 space because there was something to do there. Nothing to do there, nothing to do there, nothing to do there, and has to stop there. Wow. Okay, so city delivery. Can't do the city delivery because there's nothing to deliver there. So it is a city, but you can't deliver there. Oh, that should have gone there. So she takes the first card. So again, I'm going to talk to the camera, and Mr. Pfister, if you're watching, I think this goes from here and goes up there. That's one of Jean's cards. I'm going to put it there for now. No, I'm going to put it there so it's out of the way. I think that's right because it said she gets 1 point per card next to her board, and I think that's what those cards are. And then she just gets 1 influence in Spain. So yeah, I think that's right. She can't place a disc on the city, so she gets the first card instead, and then we refill the display. There you go. Right, that's that done. And basically I've got 1 more go because, well, 2 more goes because she's going to move there next, and then it is over. So what do we want to do? I can't really go here because I haven't got 2 books. There isn't really anywhere else. So I could go here and I could get some explorer points for myself. I did say I was going to do some exploring, didn't I? And I haven't really done very much of it. And I could explore and I could just go there and get 3 money. I don't have to go here and get the 2 points. Or I could fight. I'm quite good at the old fighting because I've got these combat points and I'm not really doing anything with it. And I do need to get influence in 2 nations. I need 2 influence in 2 nations or 4 influence in 2 nations for for the bigger bonus. But actually, now let's go with the Explorer. So I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to choose to move my Explorer just one space and get the 3 money. Okay, so I'm going to end up with lots of money now. I could really do with buying cards, couldn't I? Oh, if I play this Explorer and then play the Harbour, those synergy tokens are really going to add up. I'll look at doing that next round. Okay? But this round, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to move the Explorer 1, even though I could have moved it 2, just to get the 3 money. Right. Now it's Jean's go. Everybody's saying correct, so that's good. So Jean moves to here. I don't think she gets the 3 points. And that basically triggers the end of the round. But I think we get another... go. I don't think it ends immediately. I think, is it like all of the players get a turn or something? Once one player triggers interim scoring by ending their ship's movement. Or is it immediately? Wow. I mean, you know it's coming. A round ends as soon as one player's ship reaches the last space on the game board. Then we do interim scoring. Wow, right. So it's over. Interim scoring after rounds 1, 2 and 3. Starting with the player who triggered the interim scoring, each player in clockwise direction chooses one of the following. Choose a project card. Oh yeah, you can do stuff. That's it. You can either choose a project card either in your hand or your planning area and buy it and then redraw cards. Or you could choose to invest in a prestige building, or you can get 2 points. Well, I'm not going to get 2 points. Try to fulfill your career card. I am. Slowly but surely. So I am going to play a card. And if I play another Master Builder, I'm going to get another discount of 1. But actually, I need to get this... I need to get this Harbour and this Explorer out as soon as possible, because that's going to add up with that, and then that's going to do that, and that's going to be quite cool. So yeah, I'm going to play an Explorer which costs 6. So 6 money. I'm going to play the Explorer, who's called Frank. Good Explorer name. And that means I have to put one of these on there. So this is my assistant. My assistant Frank lives in Kumana. Don't worry, I'm not turning it into a role-playing game. Carl's got to go. Thank you very much, Carl. Take an Automa card and take the action. Take an Automa card and make the action there. Oh, I forgot to take an Automa card. Right, apologies. So we'll just rewind a little bit. Before I do the interim scoring, we're supposed to have done this. And then the movement moves there, so we still do the action. Right, so can't do that, can't do that. So takes the 3rd card. They shuffle down, don't they? Can't, or do you just refill it? I think you just refill it. And then gain 1 influence in England. Right, okay, so thank you. I should have done that first. Then the round ends, then we do the stuff. So I've done that and I've bought a card. Then we get income. My income is 8. And no points. Discs come off. So cities that had their goods delivered to them suddenly require those goods again. That's when we wipe the display. So we wipe the display, we get 4 new cards. I haven't done the income for Jean, so Jean's income is 2 plus 2. And we've done that. Prestige building, so we reveal another one. And can't remember what that means. And then all the ships go back to Havana. There we go. Check to see if the current story cards requirements have been fulfilled. Well, they have. I did it. If there are multiple story cards in play, check them all. Most of the time, a story card requirements are fulfilled when a player has claimed the corresponding story tile. The player who fulfilled the requirements then reads the reverse side of the story card out loud. Oh, I didn't realise there was another side. Ah. Gloria thanks you for your help and agrees to accompany you. Read 2. Ah, there's more to this. I didn't realise it is actually a proper story. Now, where's card number 2? I've put these other cards to one side thinking I wouldn't need them. Oh, brilliant. I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Right. I haven't got number 2. Awesome. Okay. Solo cards. Need to find card number 2. Come on, Julia. Not Julia. Gloria. Right. Okay. Bear with us a minute. The one card that I need is not here. While I'm looking for it, I will say, I mentioned at the start, this isn't a sponsored video, so it's basically purely funded through my Patreon campaign. So thank you very much to all of my Patreon supporters for giving me the time off work effectively to allow me to make these videos. A number of you watching are Patreon supporters, so thank you very much. But if you're watching this and you're not a Patreon supporter, then yeah, please consider supporting me, because with your support, I can make more of these. The other thing is, at the end of this month, one lucky patron, producer level and higher, is going to win a copy of Maracaibo. So Games Up have kindly donated a copy of Maracaibo to me to be used in this month's giveaway. So yeah, if you are a Patreon supporter already, at producer level and above, you don't need to do anything. You will automatically be entered into the draw. If you're not a Patreon supporter, but you want to be in with a chance of winning it, then yeah, you need to support me. Right. Card number 2 seems to have gone missing. Awesome. I've got all of the other cards. I just don't have card number 2. Now, what does it look like? It looks like it's got a flag on the back, which means it might be mixed in with something else. So I'm going to look through these 16, 17, 18, 19. See, I haven't touched these at all. Oh, I'm missing card 33. Oh, I think that's because not all the numbers are here. I think some people complained and realised how many cards they had. And yeah, there are numbers missing. I'm not sure why there are numbers missing. Unless there's an expansion set that we don't know about. I think I found card number 2. We have found card number 2. Huzzah. Right, here we go. If you don't find it, skip 2 and go to 3. I found it. You need to put your toys away when you're done with them. It's here. Look, it's here. Right. Gloria knows a doctor who might be able to fight the plague. His name is Edward. Bring him healing herbs. So we put the story tile, so story number 2, on 10. So Caracas. We need a quest on 12. Do the existing quests stay? I think they do. So we need a new quest on 12. Okay, and oh, we add cards 90 and 91 to the discard pile. Okay. Guess what? Oh, 90 and 91 are the C cards with numbers on the bottom. Yes, right. They're here. Special cards. Which I think I've accidentally shuffled in to the other deck. Yes, I have. Oops. Right. So there are A cards, B cards and C cards. And unfortunately, I've got the C cards mixed up with the A cards. This is my one bit of criticism of the artwork and the graphic design, is that these coloured ropes around the outside are not enough of a clear indicator. We could have done with the letters A, B and C. That would have made it a little bit easier. I know the C's have got numbers on, but I still think having the letters A, B and C would have been useful because they are called A, B and C cards. So have I accidentally put some C cards in here? No, doesn't look like I have. Oh, well, that's useful. Right, so we are adding cards 90 and 91 to the discard pile. So Dr. Edward and Gloria are special cards, and they are going into the discard pile. But they're not going to come out for ages. Is that right? Yeah, it's going to be a long time before they come out. Well, we will see. So what do I need to do? To complete this quest, I need to go here and I need to have 2 herb symbols. Ah, I have 2 herb symbols on cards. And if I do, I get influence with a nation, 2 money per compass, and I take the quest. Right, that's my new objective. Okay, so we actually do have a story. I thought it was just a different setup and you'd carry on. So yeah, apologies for spoilers. If you wanted to see the story yourself, then switch off now before you hear any more. Oh, I said there was going to be a reward at the end of round 1. Strangely flavoured Jaffa cakes. So yeah, I'm just going to have one of these. Since it's nearly, what, snack time in the UK. It's 5 o'clock, so it's time for a snack. I think they're cherry. Yeah, cherry flavoured. Yeah. Right, they're not going to last very long. It's my go, I think. Round 2. We've done the setup. We're all ready to go. What am I going to do? What was my plan? I want to go here and trigger this assistant, Frank. Definitely want to do that. Oh, I also get the synergy token of this. And I should have drawn up to my hand size. It's mostly for your next game. Oh, right. So those cards go in my deck, and when I carry on playing the next scenario, those cards stay in the discard pile. Oh, that's nice. So it's got a evolving campaign. I didn't know if it was just individual scenarios that connected story-wise, but didn't connect. I didn't realise things carried over from one game to the next. It's very cool. I'm going to take another card because I should have 4, I think. So Matt loves Jaffa cakes, yeah, but these are not just any Jaffa cakes. These were from Mira, I think. Yeah, I think so. A lot of people gave me a lot of gifts at Essen, so apologies if I can't remember exactly who gave me what. Anyway, my turn. Where am I going to go? Sort of have a plan. Maybe. Okay, how much money have I got? Oh, I can totally do it. Let's do it. Yeah, let's totally do it. Right, so I'm going 1. I'm going to Santiago and I'm delivering some cocoa, I think it is. Scott's got to go. Thank you very much, Scott. So I'm delivering some cocoa. Now, where am I going to deliver it from? I'm going to take it from here. That goes on there. And then I'm going to get a worker. And I get to do 1 village action. And with that village action, I'm actually going to buy this card that I'd reserved. Am I? Or maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm going to take this instead. Oh. Or maybe I'm going to take this. Oh, I had a plan then. And then I suddenly thought something different. Because all that's going to give me is an income of 4 points. I think I might want to build up the engine first. And if I get another compass, that's going to get me 2 more money whenever I do that quest. But I do need 2 herbs. So they are the 2 herbs. No, okay, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to buy the harbour, which cost me 15 because I get a discount of 1 because of Mikey, the master builder. So 15, which is all of my money. There you go. All gone. But I have built a harbour. Don't worry, I'm not going to name the harbour. Now, the harbour gives me this synergy token, And because I have this synergy token, my point income goes up by 4. So every time there's an income phase, I'm going to get 2 points. That's pretty good. Yeah, like that. Right, that's what I'm going to do. Now it is Jean's go. We get the final card. So Jeannie's going to move 1. So she goes here and she drops off some goods. And then she gets 1 influence in France. There you go. And that's Jean done. Oh, I forgot to draw up. I forgot to draw a new card. And I could be reserving cards here in order to draw more. But I did that in the last game, and then I ended up getting myself in a bit of a state. I really need a house token. That's what I need. Yeah, and I don't need all of these cards, because all of these cards require me to have a house synergy token, and if I've got that, my income's going to go up by a bazillion. Well, 6. Almost a bazillion. Right, so that's... you forgot to draw a card. Yes, just got it. Thank you. So now it is my go again. Where am I going to go now? What do I want to do? I can't get to here, because that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I can. So if I don't want to do either of these, do I want to do that? What is that? It looks like discard your entire hand for 4 money and then do something for a point. Let's have a look. It is score 1 victory point for each combat token on your ship. I haven't got any of them. You may discard all cards in hand if you do take 4 doubloons from the supply. I might do that. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to move 1, 2, 3. I am going to drop off, because I'm going to lose these cards anyway. But I need the 2 herbs. Oh, I could end up getting myself in a complete mess here and not having the 2 herbs. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it as a risk. So I'm delivering some cocoa to there, and I'm going to remove that off there and put it on there. Then I'm going to remove all of the cards from my hand. I'm going to discard them. Oh, before I do that, I can keep 1. Right, here's a question. And I think I know the answer. Yeah, I think if I reserve that card and put it here, I can't then use it for the icon on the left. I think that's right. 6 is less than a bazillion. Only just, though. It's very, very close. It's extremely close. Right, they're all getting discarded. I get myself 4 money. Bits all over this table. It's not dandruff, honestly. It's, yeah, random bits. I don't know. Anyway, I think I'm done. I draw up. So, have any of these got herbs on? No. So I'm just going to draw cards from the top of the deck and hope. Yeah, there's 1. Nope. Nope. And nope. Right. So I need to find myself a card with a herb on before I go here. I can do that. We'll be fine. Right. Jean has no cards left in her Ottoman deck. So we shuffle them and we go again. Now I'm not using this space here, so I'm actually going to use this space here for the Ottoman cards, because I'm probably not going to get income up there. So Jean moves 1 around the bottom, so skips that because there's nothing to do there, and lands here. Delivers, and then gains 1 influence with France. There. Okay, right, that's Jean done. My go. Now, I've unlocked this, so I only need to move 2 spaces in order to get 2 village actions. Which could be buying cards. It's very hard to move your explorer, isn't it? It's really, I mean, I could just go here and do an assistant action. But I'm trying to get these here herbs. before I get to 2. So, because otherwise I'm going to have to do it on the next go round. And I don't know how many stories there are in this particular scenario. Tom's here. Hello, Tom. Thank you for joining in. Graham's here. 50 minutes late. That's fine. You can rewind and watch it later on. So, how far am I moving? I've got to move at least 1. It's do I move 2 or do I move 4? I'm going to move 2. Oh, I've just noticed this card, Chase Pirates. Ah. Oh, hello. Oh, hello indeed. Right. I think I've got it. I think I've got something here. These cards are great. There's so many of these cards in the game, and they're like multi-use, and there's so many things on them. So the more you play it, the more you're going to discover. And I'm saying that because I've just discovered something. So I get to do 2 village actions because I've only moved 2 spaces, but I've unlocked this special ability on my board. So if I move 2 spaces, I get 2 village actions. The first village action is going to be this one, which is gain a combat point and gain a money. My second village action is to play a card. And this card here requires me to spend 5 combat points. I think that's spend. It must be spend, even though it's in white, because I thought spend was in red. But it must be spend 5. So I'm spending 5 combat points, and I can play this card. And what this card does is, because I've spent a lot of my time chasing pirates down, my income goes up by 4, and because I've got this synergy token, my points tracker, my points income goes up by another 3. There you go. Yeah, the dual chat is working. It just means I've got to keep an eye on both things, and they work in a different way. So the YouTube chat, the most recent is at the bottom, and then the Facebook chat, the most recent is at the top. It's a bit confusing. Anyway, right, I've done that. That's quite cool with the way the synergy tokens work. And that's my 2 actions. I now get to draw a card. Now, is there a herb card out there? Because if there is, I can totally buy it. There isn't. So I'm going to take one from the top of the deck. And is it? It is! Oh, stroke of luck. It's another Chase Pirates card. Right. I am done. It's now Jean's turn. Jean draws a card and moves 1, which moves to there, but that doesn't count, that doesn't count, that doesn't count, that doesn't count. This does count, I think. Does Jean complete story quests? I think she does. Which is good for the game, because otherwise you can just relax and not do them. But it's bad for me because I was about to do it myself. Let's have a look. I'm really enjoying this, by the way. Just thought I'd say that in case you can't tell. This is a lot more, I don't know, this is a lot better than I expected. I expected just a different setup. But these story tiles, the way that this is working, this is really cool. And because I'm still learning the game as well. I enjoy that, and I like learning games. And I'm definitely still learning this game. He says, delaying things a bit until somebody gives me an answer of whether Jean can... This also counts for story tiles that are treated like quest tiles. So she's got there before me. She's turned up with the 2 medicine, got all of the bonuses. Curse you, Jean, and your medicine delivery quests. Right, so that goes there. And that's it. And then at the end of the round, we'll reveal this. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I'm not that upset, honestly. But that's what she does. Did I get that right? She moves 1. Yeah, moves 1. If that was 2, she'd have skipped over that and gone somewhere else. Never mind. Yes, she does. Thank you. My go. Well, I'm going to move 2 because I'm going to go and see Frank. All right, Frank. So Frank is an assistant who I know, and he works for me. And whenever I go and see him, I can get 2 money because he's been robbing people on my behalf. No, I'm sure he hasn't. Frank's not like that. And 3 explorer points. So 1, 2, 3. Yes, let's totally do that. I could only move 2 if I wanted to, but no, I'm definitely moving that, which is to remove a disc from my board. Now, what are we going to remove now? Well, I haven't done any fighting yet. Should I remove the fighting ones, or should I just not bother fighting in this game? The problem is, as we found from our first game, the points that you get from this at the end of the game is absolutely massive. And that massively swung our last game, because John got like 36 points twice, I think. So by not doing any of the combat actions, yeah, what am I going to do? I mean, these one-off points don't seem really worthwhile. They might be. I'm going to remove that one. There we go. So that just goes. That's the ability for that explorer space. And that was me visiting Assistant Frank. Now, I could be, and I've not been doing it yet, but I could be putting cards up here. I might go for this other Chase Pirates action. This is really odd, but I might just go with this particular strategy, which is interesting because I have a way of getting my combat strength up. This is really interesting, the way that these cards work. And the fact that you don't see every card in every game. I don't really need that. Okay, I think I'm done. I'm not going to draw any cards. I'm not going to do anything. It is now Jean's go. Jeannie's moving 2 spaces. And she stops at Maracaibo. And she delivers some goods to Maracaibo. She delivers, well, looks like some sugar. And then she gets an influence in Spain. Tick. There you go. Right, my go. Now, what have we got iconography-wise? Because there is a quest here in Santa Marta requiring 2 maps. I don't have 2 maps. I could visit the city of Cartagena and I would get 3 combat points and I'd remove another disc from my board. Do I have 2 books if I then... Oh no, that's an explorer track. Yeah, I've got a whole mixture of symbols. It's no good. Do we go around the top? Do we go here? I can't deliver any of that. I haven't got any of that. Have I got any of that? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go here. I'm going to go to Cartagena. So I move 1, 2, 3, 4. I am going to get rid of this card because I don't want it. And I'm going to use it as sugar. So I'm going to deliver some sugar to Cartagena, unlocking this, which is an immediate 5 money. There you go. I've suddenly got my money back again. And I get this, which is 3 combat points. 1, 2, 3. That is my go done. I get to draw up. Now, at this point, I might, because I'm planning to go here and do this quest, I need 2 books. I don't have any books. There's lots of books here. I'll tell you what I can do. I can do this. I can do this. I am going to put this card here during my turn, which you can do. You can just reserve a card as a free action. And then what I'm going to do is I now get to draw 2 cards. But I'm not just going to draw blind from the deck. I'm going to spend 2 money to actually take cards with books on. So I'm going to specifically take cards with books on. There you go. Right, so they refill. I can't remember. Can you let me know, Alex, if I'm doing this right, or are they supposed to shuffle down or something like that, or do they just refill? But that is my go done. It is now Jean's go. Jean moves 2, so 1 to there, and that is a space that she has to count for movement. 2, and he's going round the bottom, so following me. Can't deliver a good there, so takes card number 3 instead. That goes up there and gets replenished. And then gains an influence in England. There you go, doing all the influence. My go, well, I'm going to go 1, 2, and I am going to fulfill the quest. So I need to give in 2 books to fulfill the quest, which, unsurprisingly, I have. And I get that, which I think is combat points equal to my compass, and then I do a bit of a fight. I think that's what that says. Where are the quest tiles all explained? quest and story requirements. Yeah, receive the indicated bonus for each compass you have, and then immediately perform a combat action. Yeah, right, okay. So I have one compass. Yep, I still only got one compass, so I get one combat point. But now I do my own combat action. And this is a bit different because I have combat points to spend. So, we draw that. Now, here's the thing. If I choose England, I get an extra 3 combat points because England is currently in the worst position on the map. It doesn't have any cubes on the map. So if I was to choose England, it would go up by 3, and I would get a worker for doing it. I think I get a worker for doing it. Do I need another worker? I can't remember what these workers are for. I mean, obviously I need one. Oh, playing certain cards requires workers. But I haven't got any of them. Thomas is saying it looks brilliant. It is. Yeah, this is one of my top 2 games of the year so far. It's a fantastic game. Well, I think I've got to choose England because England is the only one really that I've got influence in. So yeah, I choose England and I get the +3 combat. So I'm up to 5. Now at this point, I could spend combat points to get more than 5. But I don't know whether I want to because I'm actually saving up for this Chase Pirates card. So what can I do with the combat points? I need to remind myself how this fighting action works, because it's one of the key ones in the game. I want to make sure I get it right. Combat. Here we go. If you choose to fight with the nation that currently has the least ownership markers on the board, the value is increased by 3. You may pay as many combat points from your ship or return as many of your figures back to the general supply. Ah, you can use figures to increase combat points as well. And then you can perform the following combat actions. That's it. It's these on here. So if I have 5 combat points, which I do, I can basically get 2 influence. And that's it. But if I had 4, I could get an influence and put a thing on and get a thing. Oh, right. Well, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to return one of these figures back to the supply to give me 6 combat points. Now, these actions on your player board, you can only do each one once. Is that right? Yeah, and they are 2 different actions. So I'm going to use the top action, which is gain influence. And I am going to gain... At this stage, I'm just going to gain... I'll probably gain 1 influence in Spain. Okay. Then I'm going to use the bottom action, which is annex. Choose a flag on the game board. If there is no player present there, reduce the combat value by 4. And then take one of the fighting as an ownership, ownership mark. Yeah, okay. Oh no, I can't gain influence with Spain. It's influence in the fighting nation. Idiot. Right, so I gain 1 influence with the fighting nation. Then I choose annex, which is another influence with the fighting nation. And I'm spending 4, which allows me to put this cube on somewhere. So I'm going to put it here and get 2 money. I'm going for the money rather than the points, which might be the wrong thing to do. But we will see. We will see. The money's going to allow me to play all of these cards. And these cards are cool. Right, is that the fighting done? And then I take this and I put it on here to show that I did a fight. I can actually put these face down. I think. Oh, and I get this quest. That quest goes there. I have now completed 2 quests. So if I wanted to, I could remove this worker from here. This is my career card. If I do, I'll get 2 money. If I wait until I've done 3 quests, I get 2 money and 2 coins. So I'm going to wait because I'm not in any rush whatsoever because I've already got 2 workers and I've already got loads of money. So that's okay. We are done. We are on to Jean's go. And Jeannie's moving 1. So this is ignored. This is ignored. This is ignored. Ignored, ignored. She goes there. And she does the city thing. So she can't place a disc. So she takes this card. That goes there. And then it's 2 explorer points. If you can reach a quest, move to this field and take it. Remaining steps are lost. No. Otherwise, take the shortest way. There is no reward for target field and barriers. So she just goes 1, 2. Now, although there's no reward for this, that has reduced what I get. And I think the red barrier, I'll need to check this, but I think that might only be for the first player, although it doesn't say anything. No, it's not. So she doesn't get the reward for passing the barrier. But I'm going to on my turn. Right, I've got one more go because, yeah, Jeannie's going to basically do the next thing. Oh, I should have drawn up at the end of my turn. I should have totally drawn up at the end of my turn. What was there? No, it's fine. I would have just taken 2 cards off the top of the deck because I'm looking for periscopes. Did I get one? No, I didn't. Rats. And then that gets replenished. Okay, so this is my last turn of this round, and then it's Jaffa Cake time again. So what do I want to do? Do I want to move 1, 2, 3 and do 2 village actions and then play a card? Or move my explorer 2 spaces? I'm going to do that. I'm going to move 1, 2, 3. I get 2 village actions. The first village action will be... Oh, no, I need 3 village actions. Here's a question. The combat point requirement of playing the cards, can I use figures? Because if I can, that's going to be great. Buying cards. Most cards show doubloons. If a card shows that, it's not explained. Why is it not explained? Cost of buying cards. Most cards show doubloons. If there's a figure, you must return a figure to the supply. There's no mention if there's a sword cost. Some cards have additional requirements or costs. You will find a summary on page 21. Page 21, my favourite page number. Page 21. Costs. No, it's not there. Yeah, it's not there. There we go. I have a question for you. If you are still here, Alex, the cards that require you to pay a sword cost in the top left, it's not in the rule book. So, yeah, it says that the cards are explained on 21, but they're not. That one isn't. And what I want to know is, can I spend people as combat points to pay for the Chase Pirates card? Because if I can, that's going to change things. So I'm going to wait for you to reply while I have a drink. And if anybody else is in the chat who knows an answer to this question, please let me know, because it's going to be very important for what I'm about to do. And I can't find it anywhere. No, figures can only be used in combat, not as a combat point. Right, well, if you're making notes for things that are missing from the rulebook, the cost of playing the Chase Pirates cards is not mentioned in the rulebook. So, now that I know I can't do that, I might not move there. No, I still can, because at the end of the round, remember, I'm going to get to buy a card. So I am. I'm going to go there. 2 village actions, which are going to be 2 combat points and 2 money, using my special ability there. Right. Jean's go. Moves 2, but actually only moves 1. And then does the city thing. So takes card number 4. And then we have fighting. Yeah, right. Okay, so we draw a card, draw a tile. Who's she going to choose? So the combat strength for France is 3, 4, 5. Spain is 4, 5, 6. And England is 2, 3, 2, 1. So she's going to choose Spain. Yep, I think that's how that works. So she chooses Spain. And then, because it's the warrior, going to put one on the lowest numbered city, which is here. and then the lowest numbered village, which is here. Yeah, I think that's right. And then she gets 3 influence and 2 points. So 3 influence with Spain and 2 points. There we go. That's what she does. She's used all of her cards, so they're going to go. That's going to go on there. And that is the end of round 2. So we all get to do this. So I'm going to buy this card here, Chase Pirates, which costs me 6 combat points. And I'm just going to put it there. And that moves me 4 up on the income track. And also, because I've got an anchor token, 4 more on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. How's that for a combo? Then I get income. So I get 16 money and 11 points. 16 money. Wow. Okay, so I'm rolling in it now. 16 money and 11 points. Remove these discs. Jean gets some points as well. And she gets, what does she get? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Also gets 11 points. Now, this point's here. We got that, well, we almost got that wrong last time we played. I can't remember if you get that now or at the end of the game. I think it's end of the game. Yeah, I think you don't get the money. I think you get the points at the end of the game instead. I think that's how that works. Right. Done that. Cards disappear. 4 new cards. Next prestige building gets revealed. I need to be looking at these as well. And then ships go back to the Havana. So let's just take a quick Jaffa Cake break and have a look at those cards. What have we got? Citadel. So leftover figures and combat in your own supply. Assistance and combat tokens. So they're 20 money each, and you have to put a worker on them. Well, I've got the money, so that's what it's for. And they're going to be worth extra points at the end of the game based on certain things that you do. Yes, yeah, good question. Jean is the solo player. Right, round 3. It's me first because Jean ended the turn. Right, what we're going to do now. How are we looking? We've got 2 quests done. Oh, we did the story. Yeah, we did the story. So we flip this over and we read the next bit of the story. Dr. Edward, you tell the doctor about the plague. He says, I must examine the corpses, but first we should really visit the loan shark and settle my debts. Choose as a group. That's me then. Visit the loan shark, read 3, or focus on fighting the plague, read 4. So we have a branching storyline. Even better. Well, I'm going to go with Dr. Edward. He says we really should visit the loan shark and settle my debts. So we're going to do that. And if it requires money, I have lots of money. So card number 3. Card number 3 says, you visit the loan shark first. Edward says, if you want my help, you'll have to settle my debts. So we put the story on place 8, Martinique. We have a quest on 18. And that's it. We have other quests if we were 3 or 4 players. Oh, and also read 5. We have to read 5. Where's 5? 5. Many of the city's inhabitants want to flee Porto Cabezas and escape the plague. Bring them there. Place this card next to the new story card. Add tile L10 to the game. Right, there are these legacy tiles that come with the game. I've not done anything with these yet. Where is L10? Come on. There we go. L10. Place this card next to the new story card. So here. I'm going to have to shuffle these along a bit. Add tile L10 to the game. So this goes here. Ooh, right. What does that mean? Rule: if you end your movement there, before your main action, move a disc from the ship to the tile. Once the tile is full, read the reverse of this card at the end of the round. Okay. Problem is, I'm in the solo game, so I'm going to have to visit there twice in order to do this. Whereas if we were playing a multiplayer game, lots of people could go there. I think that's right. Alex has got to go. Thank you very much for joining in and for the help. Right, let's crack on. So what do we need to do? We need to go here and we need to spend 2 money. And we get a whole load of stuff. I've got to do that. I've got to do that before Jean does. It's just, is there anything else I want to do on the way? I mean, now that I've got all these cards, I'm looking at the synergy tokens. How many discs have I removed from here? I've removed 3, so I can't unlock this yet. Might do that in a minute though. Yeah, how many combat points have I got? None. I mean, I could just go there and do this quest straight away. And then go here and see Frank. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to move. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just going to do the quest. So 2 money to get a worker. I get 3 combat points. 2, 3. I get 1 point for each compass that I have. I only have 1 compass, so I get 1 point. And I take this story token and I put it on here. And that is my 3rd quest complete. At which point I will fulfill this career thing here, which is 2 points and 2 money. So 2 points and I get my money back. Bargain. Okay, so that has been done. And we'll read the other side of that at the end of the round. And that is my go done. Do I want to reserve a card and therefore draw some new cards based on what quests we have and based on what I'm going to be doing next? I think possibly I might. I'm going to reserve the aristocrat. Put him there. I don't think I'm bothered about any of the rest of my cards. No, I don't think I am. Now, do I want to take a specific one? Oh, there's some good cards here. Don't really need another harbour. Already got a harbour. Could take a pioneer. And then when I start doing my movement things, but I'm going to be doing that next. Now, I'm just going to take a card off the top, see what we get. Oh, it's a harbour. Read the section on Gene and Legacy tiles. Okay, thank you very much. Before you disappear. Page 17. L10. When one of these tiles enters the game, in addition to the 2-player rule, place a disc on the Legacy tile. Okay, thank you very much. So in addition to the 2-player rule, which I need to read, L11 to 17, place a disc on the Legacy tile. Take another disc from the box and add it to the tile occupying another space. But for L10, so in addition to the 2-player rule, I haven't actually read the 2-player rules. Probably should have done, shouldn't I? Where are the 2-player rules? Flippity flip, backwards and forwards, 2-player rules. Oh, right, there's a little bit at the back of the book about the Legacy tiles. Okay, cool. Right, two-player rules. Where are the two-player rules? It says, in addition to the two-player rules, but I didn't think there were any special two-player rules. Maybe there's something in legacy tiles. Legacy tiles. If anybody knows where they are, please let me know. Yeah, it says, in addition to the two-player rule. But I don't know what the two-player rule is. Setup of game. Well, I kind of done the setup. Ah, right. So, there were things I didn't do at the start which I forgot about. Apologies for this, but in a two-player game only, I should have put a red ownership marker onto village number 6, San Juan. I should have then put a white ownership marker at village number 7, and I should have put a blue ownership marker at village number 8. When adding ownership, right, I should have done that, so apologies, but I missed something in setup for the two-player game. I can probably fix that now by just putting them on the next villages. There you go. That'll do. Near enough. So yeah, I should have done that in setup. I'm not sure what difference that would have made. Possibly none. But yeah, I don't know where the setup for the legacy tiles is, if any. No, I'm not seeing anything. So I know the two-player differences for the setup. It's just in the legacy tiles, it's for Gene, with regards to this tile, it says in addition to the two-player rule. And yeah, I don't know what the two-player rule is. So yeah, if somebody can let me know what the two-player rule is for legacy tiles. I don't know. Soul Diver's got to disappear as well. Well, thank you very much for joining in. What time are we? 6 o'clock. So we're 2 hours in. Wow, I need to go soon. Vicky's on her way home. And then we've got pizza to make. I say pizza to make. Turn oven on, put pizza in oven, wait 20 minutes, take pizza out. I'm an amazing cook. Right, anyway, we're doing Gene's go. I'll try and play quick now, he says. Yeah, I think I did my turn. Probably did something wrong. Never mind. Right. Gene moves 2. So this counts as a space. This doesn't count as a space. She's going around the bottom. This does count as a space. So she goes here, can deliver. So does. And then gains 1 influence in England. There you go. That's that done. My go. I'm going to go here. I'm just going to go 1 space, but I'm going to see Frank, my mate, the explorer. I get 2 money. And I get 3 exploration points. So do I want to do that? Can I do that? I can't do that. So I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's such a shame. 1 extra would have been awesome. Anyway, I get 1 money for that. And I have passed the red bar, or the barrier. So whenever you pass the red barrier, I think you get 3 influence. You immediately gain 3 influence with the nation of your choice. You cannot split it. So I think I need some Spanish influence. I've now got 3 in each. Not quite 4 in each. I'm gonna hold on for that. I'm gonna hold on. But that was my go. I saw Frank, I did that, and I did that. Now, if I can have 2 maps. Oh, I have got 2 maps. I need 3 more movement points. I'm not going to get 3 more, am I? No. Right. Gene's go. Matt's making a loaf of bread with a carrot ginger soup. Carrot ginger soup. Sounds amazing. Vicky made minestrone soup on Saturday for the first time ever. It was really nice. Right. Anyway, moving 1. Is there anything to do there? No. Anything to do there? No, 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 yes. Ends up in Maracaibo. So delivers some goods to Maracaibo. And then does this action, which is fighting. So we draw a tile. And what do we have? Right. So Spain has got 3 cubes on the board. No, Spain has got 4. France has got 2. England's got 2. So there isn't a third one. So we have France is worth 1, 2, 3, 4. Spain is worth 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3. And England is worth 4. So France was 5, was it? 1, 2. No, France was 4. Spain was 3. And England is 4. So it's tied. So it will go for France. Yeah. So she takes a French cube and places it on the lowest numbered city that doesn't yet have a cube, which is, oh, that's 13. And that's 14. Yeah, so it goes on to 13. And then gets 2 influence with France. And then gets the combat token. Right, okay, that's Jean done. My go. What do I want to do now? Did I have a plan? I don't think I had a plan. It was possibly go here. Oh, that's pretty good. That removes 2 discs. Yeah. And how, excuse me, how am I doing for discs? I removed 3 sets. I could remove that one. Yeah. But I kind of wanted these village actions. No, quests are good. Because quests get points. But also going to Maracaibo. Excuse me, I've got Jaffa cake stuck in my throat. Going to Maracaibo and fighting could also be useful. And also buying the aristocrat could be useful. So many choices. If I go to Maracaibo and fight, I'm going to get that other worker and get that, and I'm going to get that. But then I'm going to be slowed down. Or I could just go here and get 2 movement points. What to do? What to do? Make a decision, Paul. I'm going to go to Santa Marca and complete a quest. Where's the story quest? I've done the story quest, haven't I? Yeah, right. So I'm going to move 1, 2, 3. I'm going to complete the quest by discarding these 2 scrolls, which gets me 1 point per compass, which is just 1 point, but I get to remove 2 discs from my board. So I'm going to remove these 2 discs from my board. And that is that. Complete, and that goes on there, which will get me some points at the end of the game. There you go. Right, so that's me done. Now it is Jean. Jean moves 2, going around the bottom path. So this is not a space. This is a space. So that's 1. Not a space. Not a space. Is a space. In addition to the 2-player rule, take another disc. Oh, sorry. In addition to the 2-player rule, bracket L11 to L17, place a disc on the legacy tile. Take another disc from the box and add it to the tile occupying another space. Yeah, that's fine. So I don't think Jean does anything with this. Yeah, L10 to L25, she ignores them. So she goes there and does that quest. Yeah, so she does that quest. Which basically flips over and goes there. I don't think she gets any bonus from it at all. It's just, it's done. That's what she does. My go. So she zoomed ahead again. I don't think that disc should be there. No, that disc shouldn't be there because nobody's been here this turn. I must have forgotten to remove it last round. Okay, so what am I going to do? Am I going to go there? Or am I going to do that? Yeah, because then I get to remove a thing. So basically that means me helping the cities. They want to flee to Puerto Gebizas. It wasn't a scroll, it's a map. Ah, Rene's here. Thank you very much. Yes, it's a map written on a scroll. Well, yeah, let's do that. Who knows? 1, 2, 3, 4. Move a disk from my board. And I can now, because I've got 4 things, I can now start taking from here. So I will. I'm going to move that one. And that goes on there. If you end your movement there before your main action... Oh, so I still get to do my main action. Excellent. How far did I move? Where was I? There. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which for me... Oh, not quite. 2 village actions. Should I have drawn up? Yeah, I should have drawn up. Just going to take these 2 cards. So 2 village actions. I have loads of money. Now, as a village action, can I buy a prestige card? I think I can. Yeah, buy a card. Village actions, village actions, village actions. Yes, I can. So I can totally get one of those prestige cards if I want to, but I don't know whether I want to. I could just take... I guess I can't have another assistant at the same place. I can't have another Frank. But I could have a quest hunter. Gets me a bit more income. What round are we on? We're on round 3. So it's only going to get me the income once more. Don't know whether it's worth it. Could play a Spanish galleon, and then whenever I do combat with Spain, I get a bonus. And I could just start doing combat with Spain. Yeah, let's do that. Let's buy a Spanish galleon. So that cost me 6. Because I have a discount of 1 from my master builder. So that was 1 action. And then my second action will be... yeah, I'll take a money and a combat point. There you go. Right, and then I draw up. And I'm going to take... yeah, I'll take this pioneer. Might be useful. Right, so Jean is moving 1, which is actually just to there. Doing the quest, done that, then takes card number 2, and then gets 1 influence with France. France is that one. Right, and then this will be my last go. So I'm going to go... ooh. Do I want to do that? Yeah, I think we do. Let's do it. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to choose to fight. Because whenever I do combat with Spain, I get 2 combat points. So let's choose to fight. See what happens. Is Spain good on there? No, Spain's rubbish on there. Now, if I choose England, I get an extra 3. So I'll probably choose England. Yeah, because England only has 2 cubes on the board and everything else has more. So therefore, if I choose England, I get the 3 strength plus the 3, which is 6, and I get a point. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to choose England. I've got 6 strength. I could boost that if I wanted to, because I now have this 3rd action available to me, which I have not used yet because I've just unlocked it. And that 3rd action is... hello, Loki. Loki's coming. Say hello. Are you coming up? Yeah? You coming up? Playing Maracaibo. Your favourite game. Come on. Come on. Jump up. Right. You have a new combat action available to you. Choose a village. If there is no ownership marker there, spend 2 and basically get a cube on a village. Yeah, so that's pretty good. Place a marker from the nation you are fighting onto the location and gain 1 influence with that nation. Take 3 doubloons for each assistant you have in the location and a doubloon for each assistant the others have in the location. Well, I think that makes sense. But I could spend 2 additional combat points to do something else. So I'm going to spend 2 additional combat points. So I've got 8. I've got 8 combat points. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do each of these actions once. So the first action is I'm going to choose the English. So I get 1 influence with the English. Second action is I'm going to conquer a city, which is going to be there. Well, not conquer a city, but you know, which is a point and an influence. Influence, a cube, and the flag. Yep. And then the bottom action, which is to place a cube onto a village, which will be here. And then I get 3 money and an influence. So I get an influence and 3 money. There you go. That's not bad. Yeah, so I did all of those 3 things. And then that is my last action in round 3, unless I wanted to reserve something and draw another card. Gosh, that should be filled. Yeah, let's reserve that one. It's going to reserve that one, which means I get to draw a card. And I'm going to pay 1 money to take that. Okay, right. And then that gets replenished. And now it's Jean's. So Jean moves to there. Takes this card. And then gets an influence in Spain. And then that is it. So that is round 3 done. Those cards are going to get discarded in a minute. So it can buy a card each, or do one of the thingy shenanigans up there. What do I want to do? I think I want to buy this Pioneer. Or do I buy the Quest Hunter? Don't think it really matters. No, I'm going to buy this Pioneer. So buy this Pioneer, cost me 6. It cost me a worker. But my income goes up by 4 because I've got an anchor token. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, that was that bit. Jean gets 10 points plus 7. Gets 17 points. So 17, what's that, 36? Not sure why there are gold discs here, because you actually put it every other space. So, yeah, I'm not sure why there are gold circles there, because you actually put those discs on every space. Anyway, odd. Right, we've done that. Income. So I get 20 money. Wow. Jean gets nothing, because she doesn't do money. So I get 20 money, and I get 11 points. So I'm on 28. What was I on? 17. Yeah, just didn't look that much. So we've done that. We've done that. Discs come off. Refresh the display, which I'm going to do. Reveal the final prestige building. So there are 8 of those prestige buildings in the game. You draw 4 at random at the start of the game, and then you gradually reveal them as the game goes on. We get 4 new cards. And quests advance. So this quest was done. Saving Portobello. You have saved many people by getting them safely to Porto Cabezas. By doing so, the village has grown into a city. Remove the now full L10 tile from the game and add L1 to the game. Cool. Aha! Look at that. We got another city. Nice. And place a quest onto it. You can now use a city action to fulfill a quest there. Reveal a new quest after doing so. Cool. Right. Nice. And we've also done this. We did the loan shark thing. You grudgingly pay Diego, the loan shark, what Dr. Edward owes. Add card 92 to the discard pile and read 9. Okay, I've made a bit of a mess of these cards. So I need to find 92. So 92 goes in the discard pile, and I'm going to read card 9. Come on. Right, well, there's 9. But where's card 92? Here it is, 92. Loan Shark Diego. That goes to the discard pile. Right, read card 9. Chapter 2, the story so far. Okay. Are we definitely doing this? Even though we're still on the first game? A plague has broken out in the Caribbean, or the Caribbean, whichever you prefer. Only Dr. Edward may know how to produce the cure. In Portobello, the doctor examines the corpses. After a while, he smiles and says, I think I know a cure. Suddenly, pirates appear. Right, so the story tile goes on 15. Portobello. We have a quest on 16. And that's it. And we have tiles L20 and L21. And there's 21, and there's 20. Okay, so 15 becomes a very strange space, and 16 becomes a very strange space. That's the pirates then. Rule: you cannot carry out village actions in villages with skull tiles anymore. Only fulfill quests or use assistance. Okay, yeah, that's what that means. No village actions. Right, and let's see what Jean does. Place your combat tile on your shipboard. Thank you. So Jean, what was it? L20 and L21. She ignores them. Yeah, so she ignores them. Right. And we're done for round 4. So who ended it? She ended it again. So it's me. Are we done? Am I ready to start the next round? I think we are. So, what's my plan? Do I have a plan? I don't think I do. Nope, I don't have a plan. Awesome. It's probably buying cards. It's probably buying these 2 aristocrats. Yeah. That's probably what I want to do. Okay, right. So, how are we going to do that? Oh, there's so many choices now. I mean, obviously, I want to get 4 influence with 2 nations. I can do that. I also want to get past this green bar here. Now, this is really hard. Because there's actually very little exploring opportunities available to me. I might just have to do it when I get past the blue bar, which I can do fairly soon. 1, 2, 3, 4. I get +1 explorer step movement. So, yeah, right. Let's go to a village and let's move 5 spaces to a village so that I get 3 village actions. That's what I'm going to do. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps to a village, which for me gets 3 village actions. My first village action is to buy this aristocrat for 10. Which allows me to remove a disc to the general supply. So I'm going to remove that one. That immediately gets me one of those bonuses. And I am going to choose the 3 explorer points +1 because of my pioneer. So I get 4 explorer points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which is 1 point. And because I was the first person over the blue bar, I get 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still only spent 1 village action. I can get rid of that now because I don't really need that anymore. Okay, so I've still got 2 village actions left. How many discs have I removed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remove 1 more and I can do that. Okay, right. So, yeah. Second village action will be... Oh, 4 points per barriers passed. Yeah, well, that's 8 points. That's 4 points. That's 4 points. And that's probably going to be about, well, that could be loads. If I just do that and don't fight, that is going to be loads. Let's have the citadel. So I'm going to spend 20. No, it's actually 19. So I spend 19. This is my second village action. And you put a worker on there, I believe. And the first person to go on there gets 2 points. And I also get the crown. And because I've got the crown, that synergizes with something I had. There you go. This goes up by another 2. Should have done it earlier. Forgot about that. That's how you get the crowns. The crowns are up there. Yeah. I was waiting for a card with the crown on. That was my second village action. And my third village action will just be move that along 1 and take 1 money. I think. Unless I want to buy another card. No, that's fine. Totally fine. Right, that's my 3 village actions. And that is me done. I get to draw a card. What do I want to take now? Ooh. So, if I do this, my explorer's going to go zooming along. Yeah, let's take this. Let's take Jacot de la Haye. So I have to spend 1 for picking up a card there. Right, that is my go done. Jean moves 1. So goes here, delivers some cocoa to here, and then gets the action of 2 explore points. But if she can reach a quest, move to this field and take it, remaining steps are lost. She can. So she goes there and gets a quest. Done. My go. I'm going to go and see Frank. Where's the quest? Here. I need 2 telescopes. I've only got 1. I need to pick up cards with telescopes on. Okay, so I'm going to move 1, 2, but I am going to see Frank the Explorer. Gets me 2 money and 3 movement points, which is actually 4 because of my Pioneer. Isn't 1 village action to buy a card or invest in the prestige building? Yes. What did I do? Did I spend 3? I know I did that as 1 village action. I also hired an aristocrat as a 2nd village action. And then I think I did my bonus as a 3rd village action. Is that not right? I think I did that. I think they were my 3 actions. Play that card, do that, and do this. I think that's what I did. Yeah, I had 3 village actions. Thank you, Renee. Anyway, what was I doing? Oh yeah, 3 explorer points. Modified by 1 because of that. So 4 explorer points. Oh, now there's this long way round. 1, 2, 3 forward. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a much better way, but it's longer. Contains great rewards. No, I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 and gets me 2 points. Oh, I've overtaken. Right, that's me done. That was my assistant action. I'm going to keep that telescope here, but I do want to take another telescope in order to be able to complete that quest. So I am going to put this into my reserve area, and then at the end of my turn I'm going to spend 1 to take that card. Right, Jean's go. All village actions have to be different. Do they? Didn't think they did. I know when you're doing combat, all combat actions have to be different, but I've been playing the whole game so far that village actions, you can repeat them. I'm pretty sure you can repeat them. Where are village actions listed? Village actions. For each village action, you can freely choose one of the 3 following options. You are allowed to choose each of the options multiple times. Yep, there you go. So yes, you can. Right, what were we doing? Were we doing Jean's go? Yeah, because I've had 2 goes, so it's Jean's go. Jean is moving 2. And she's going around the bottom if there's a choice. So that space doesn't count. So 1 doesn't count, doesn't count, doesn't count, doesn't count, doesn't count. 2. She then delivers some sugar to Maracaibo, and then she fights. So let's have a look. Now, Jean ignores the top bit, so we've got France, which is, it's +3 for her, and minus none. So France is 7. Spain is 6. And England is 1. So she chooses France. And because she's got the warrior card, 2 cubes are going to go on. So the first one goes on the lowest numbered. Oh, it goes there. Yeah, and then the second one goes. So 1's done, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 goes next, and then gets 3 influence with France and 2 points. So 2 points and 3 influence with France. Okay, that's that tile done. It's all right, we're all here to learn the rules. I've made loads of mistakes that people have pointed out, and hopefully people are learning from watching me play. Right, my go. Do I have the 2 periscopes now? I do, so I could go here and complete this quest. Do I want to go anywhere else on the way? Do we want to do any more fighting? Or am I happy with that? I think I just want to do the quest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can't do any village actions there, but I can do the quest, which is giving 2 of these periscope things to do this, which is an influence with something. Well, if I take Spain, that completes this. I'll do that in a minute. I get 2 money. I get 1 point for every compass I've got, which I think is just 1. Yeah, 1 point. And I take the quest. So I take that and I put it here. And I'll flip that over at the end of the round. Right, so because I've done this, I'm going to remove that worker. I get 3 money and 3 points. 1, 2, 3. 3 money. I've still got that to do, which I could actually complete now if I wanted to. But I'm going to wait till I've passed the green bar because I'm so close. And then I draw 2 new cards. Am I bothered what cards I want at this stage? I'm just looking for... Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah. Now, again, I'm just going to take 2 new cards, see what we get. Oh, Conquer Village. Oh, look at that. That's a house. I've got a house. Oh, totally need that. Right, what's Jean doing? Jean is moving 1, although there's nothing to do there. So she goes here, which there is something to do there. So she stops, she delivers some stuff, and then she fights. So we need another tile. Right, so it's got to be France. France is +5 for her. Yeah, so it's France. Yeah, so we put another French cube and we put it. Now there are no cities left. So it goes on to a village. Or does this count as a city? I can't remember. I don't think it does. It goes on like an octagonal space with a flag. And if there are none of them left, we're going to put it on the lowest numbered village. So it's going to go here. And then she gets 2 influence with France. It's going to get 2 points every time it goes above that. Okay. You get 3 points for the quest on your ship. Yes, at the end of the game. Yeah, these are end of game scorings here. I think it's 2 points for every one that's on here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you get that at the end of the game. Right, my go. So we did that. We've done that quest. Where do we want to go now? Oh, I could go here. Kind of want to do some village actions. Kind of want to play that. But also these quests are good. So I'm just going to move 1 and I'm just going to do that quest. I spend 1 combat point. I get 2 money and 3 points. 1, 2, 3. And that goes there. I've done so many quests. I'm all about the quests. So 2 money, 3 points. Did that. My go is done. Except I am going to reserve that card because I'm totally buying it. And I'm going to draw a new one. Let's see what we get. Our patron. 5 points. 5 points for 11 money. That's pretty good. What do we need? We need leftover figures and combat points. So I need to get more combat points next round. Right, Jean. Moves 1. So ignores that, goes here. Completes the quest. And can complete the quest. So that goes onto her board. And we get a new quest. Which is that. And that's it. Yeah, so if there was a quest there, she does the quest. Right, my go. I think I've managed to get the leap on her. But I want village actions. Or do I just want to do this? Yeah, let's do this. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to get 2 explore points, which is actually 3 for me. So I can go 1, 2. Do I want the third one? No, I don't want the third one. I'm just going to stop there. So because I was the first to pass, I get 4 points. And then I can remove a disc from my board. So I'll remove a disc, which will be... I'm going to remove that one. Yep. And then because I've passed that green bar, I can remove this, which is 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 coins. 4 coins. And I have now done my career, so I get 2 points and 2 coins. And this is a very cool thing about the game, but what you can do is you can put that there. Renee's saying it's immediately, but it doesn't matter. Oh, right. Okay, it's immediately. So I'm actually owed 7 points. Thank you. Yeah, brown background is immediate. So 7 points. So I'm on 61. Running out of space. Okay, cool. Yeah, brown background is immediate. It is. You're right. Right, now it's Jean's go. Jean is moving 1, which is to there. Can't do the quest. Can't place a thing, so takes this card. And then gets 2 explore points. Can't reach a quest, so takes the shortest route, which is 1 and 1, and then that's it. And then my go, I move to there, I get 3 points, and that causes the end of the round. So at the end of the round, this is the end of round 3. We can all build a card thing. So I'm going to build that card, which is I'm going to conquer a village, and that costs me 14, which gives me a house token. Right, which means I can place without a reward an ownership marker in a free village that doesn't have an ownership marker. So go the English. Don't really matter, put it there. And then because I've got a crown, my income on victory points goes up by 2. And because I've now got a house, something gives me a bonus for having a house. Nope, maybe not. Must have been something that I had earlier. Yeah, no, that's okay. How we do? What else happens? Discs come off. The display clears. We get 4 new cards. Done that. Prestige building. Was that the end of round? Was that the end of the game? Have I got this wrong? It's the end of round 4. Thank you. It's the end of round 4. So, yeah, so the game's over. So I still get to play a card. It's just, do I want to play that card? which actually doesn't do very much for me. Yeah, so no, sorry. If it's the end of the game, I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to spend another 4 money and I'm going to place one of my workers on something else. That. Which gets me 2 points for going on there. Other stuff gets undone as well. I lose that and I go back 2 on there. Right. So that was that. We then get income. But in the last round of the game, I was going to carry on playing. I thought, I'm tired. I'm ready for this to be over. Because Vicky's going to be home any time soon. And I didn't really want to play another half an hour. But yeah, it's over. Right. So yes, what happens in the income in the last round? It's slightly different. This has been really awesome. Thank you for those people who've joined in. I've really enjoyed it. I will definitely play this solo again. Thoroughly enjoyed this. Can't wait to play it again multiplayer, but the solo experience has actually been really good. You can customize the difficulty as well, which is quite cool. Final scoring, right. Scoring victory points according to your marker's location on the victory point income track. 13. So 79. Then score victory points for all project cards oh, hang on. And depending on your location of the marker on the doubloon track, score additional victory points, but don't get the doubloons. So I get another 3. 1, 2, 3. Score victory points for all project cards in your display as any prestige building investments. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 10. And that one is 12. So 22. So that's 104. We probably should do income for Jean as well in the last round, which is 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24. Ryan's here as well. Hello, Ryan. Thank you for joining in. 24. I think I've absolutely stomped this. What's that? 62. Right. Points for my prestige cards. 2, 4, 6, 11, 14, 17, 19, 21. 21. Okay. Right. Now, for each nation, and I'm pretty sure that Jean scores for these, because otherwise, what was the point in her increasing all of her stuff? Solo variant, Jean. Yeah, gameplay, done that, game end. Final scoring is as usual. Score Jean's influence marker as if she were a human opponent. Right, so we'll do the influence markers next. So basically what you do here, this is a little bit like Mombasa. You count up the value of the country. So the value of France is 3. I think this is right. Check which player has gained the most influence with them. So Jean has got the most influence with France. Then the player with the most influence will score 3 points. And in case of it, right, that's, where's that? Where's that printed? It's there. Right, so Jean gets 3 points for that, and 3 points for that, and I get 3 points for that. So 6 points here, and 3 for me. Right, so that's that. It's just 3 points per nation. Finally, score your noble ranks. For each nation, multiply your noble rank by the nation's multiplier. So the nation's multiplier is equal to the number of empty spaces, i.e. spaces next to the influence track from which all nation markers were removed, along with a majority bonus. So France's base value is 3, but France has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the board. Spain has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And England has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So France has majority. So majority bonus is 2. And then for each nation, multiply your noble rank, which is 6, by the nation's multiplier, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 30 points, so 98. Before I do the others, I haven't done this one. Okay, we'll do that one in a minute. I forgot, I did complete that quest. So for Spain, the value of Spain is, so they're second most. So Spain and England both have 5. If all 3 nations are tied for first, they get the, yeah, if nations are tied, they get the higher value. If 2 nations are tied for first, they both get 2, and there's third place gets nothing. There's 2 places tied for second, so I think they both get 1. Yeah, we'll do that. Might be wrong. So Spain is 1, 2, 3, 4 multiplied by 4, so 16. And I get 2 multiplied by 4, so I get 8. And then England, 1, 2, 3, 4 multiplied by 3, so I get 12, 48, and Jean gets 8. Putting on to 22. Right, so I should have done this. The pirates descend on Dr. Edward and quickly subdue him, bringing him back to their ship. You are surprised that they are sailing under the Spanish flag and resolve to follow them. Read 10. I think this is chapter 2. See, it seems weird that we've started chapter 2 in the middle of the first game, but we're going to carry on this story next time. Yeah, you slowly approach the pirate ship. To catch it, you need full sails. It's like we've skipped ahead to chapter 2. Anyway. Right, okay, next, we've done that, we've done that, we've done that, we've done that. Oh yeah, check to see if any story cards have had their requirements fulfilled. If a new story card is added to the game, add it to the game board as usual, but don't follow its instructions yet. Right, so we're not going to follow its instructions. That will be added to the archive, a blue bag. I don't think I've got a blue bag. If the game came with, oh, the blue bag. Yes, there was a blue Ziploc bag that came with the game that I didn't know what it was for. I've put it somewhere safe. Anyway, that's the archive. So that's it. And I think that's now solo scoring. There is some additional solo scoring, which is right. Jean scores 5 points for each quest tile. She's got 4. That's 20 points. Oh, it's getting close. If Jean has more quest tiles than you, she scores 10. No, if you've got 3 more than me, 20, 4 more than me, 30. Count how many gold spaces Jean emptied on the Ottoman board. Oh, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Compare that to the number of spaces that you upgraded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If she emptied more spaces than you, she scored 10 points. Right. Whew, that was close. If Jean's Explorer is ahead of yours on the Explorer track, she scores 10 points. No. Done. Excellent. We are finished. I won just 148 to 142. That was on the easy setting. That was fantastic. That took a lot longer than I thought. It is now 6:40. So that was 2 hours 40 in the stream. To be honest, a lot of it was me fumbling around a little bit with the rules, me remembering how to play. It would be a 2-hour game. If I played the solo game now on my own, it would be a 2-hour game. It was good. It was good fun. I enjoyed it. I'm not sure why Jean needs these combat tokens. Not sure. Oh, and also, yes, I skipped ahead at the end of the game. I was supposed to do 21B. I'm going to stop now because I'm tired, I'm hungry, I'm exhausted. But you're absolutely right. This was round 4. I should have not moved there. I should have gone there first and got 3 points. Then Jean would have gone there and got another action that would have done something. What would it have done? She'd have gained 1 influence in Spain. Okay, that would have increased her points by a few. But then I would have gone there and I would have got another 5 points. So, yeah, it probably didn't matter that much. I don't think it would have changed the points too much. But you're right, I did forget that. Thank you very much. So, yeah, thank you to everybody for watching. And as I mentioned at the very start, this was not a sponsored video. If this was a sponsored video, I would have prepared it a lot more. I would have learned the rules. This video was purely funded through my Patreon campaign that basically allowed me to take a bit of time off from my paid work in order to start creating more content like this. So if you like this video, obviously please like and subscribe. Share the video with your friends if you think they'd like it. But obviously consider supporting me on Patreon if you want to. And one of my patrons is going to win a copy of this game. So at the end of this month, I will look at the list of all of my Patreon supporters at producer level and higher, and you all get entered automatically into a draw. And yeah, one of you is going to win a copy of this game with the expansion. This game does have a little mini expansion which isn't out yet. It's gone to the printers, but I will be giving away a copy of this game and the mini expansion. I'll be doing the draw on the 1st of December, or maybe the 2nd, probably the 1st actually. Yeah, right, thoroughly enjoyed this. I'm going to disappear now and get back to the Kanban rulebook tonight, because I've still got some more work to do on that. Tomorrow, if you like the live streams that I'm doing, I will be doing Glenmore 2 Chronicles at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, I think. So yeah, 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, UK time. I'm doing Glenmore 2 Chronicles because I've got the Games Club Wednesday evening. Thursday, I'm going to be doing a solo playthrough of Luxa Turner at about 5 o'clock, I think. That'll be about half an hour. I'm learning how to play and then playing it, but it's a 10-minute game. And on Friday, I'm doing 3 live streams on Friday because I'm crazy. I'm doing Age of Steam in the afternoon. I'm doing Runestones at 5 o'clock, and then I'm doing Bus on Friday evening. And again, the only sponsored video that I'm doing this week is Bus. Capstone Games are sponsoring Bus. Other than that, all of the stuff that I'm doing this week is purely funded through my Patreon campaign. And again, massive thank you very much to all of my Patreon supporters that basically make everything that I'm doing right now possible, apart from the Bus video because that's sponsored. But other than that, I'm done. I'm going to go for a quick lie down, get some food, do some more on the Kanban rulebook. Take care, everybody. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you live in the next stream.
Gaming Rules is proudly sponsored by Game Toppers, upgrading your gaming experience. Visit GameToppersLLC.com.